You want to take the intro away?
Howdy, folks. We're back. Episode 2 of Drunk. Well, hold on. It's not.
I guess it's technically.
Technically, it's 2
it's
of
5.
the revamp because we're a revamp, baby. We're back.
Do you want to call this season 2?
You know what?
Let's
Remember?
not do seasons. Let's just
Okay.
another episode of Drunk.
On I'll just do the season.
Can we do 106?
Huh?
106. Or no, that's seasons.
On what do you call it? Spotify and all that. I can do seasons. I'll worry about that.
Oh, I forgot about
we just won't
Spotify.
worry about seasons. Okay.
We're not forgetting about our Spotify fans.
All right. This is technically episode 5, I think. 5 or 6.
6.
Take it away.
So you want me to say episode 5 or no?
It's up to you.
Well, what do you guys think?
6,
Yes or
because it's technically 6.
no?
No, it's
It'd be
5.
Drunk
We
or
only,
Smash
we
Pass?
only had 3.
No, we had the first one, then we did the 2 at the 2 and 7, and then we did episode 4, Smash or Pass, and then this one just now. Or are we doing this just for Spotify?
No. I thought there was only 3 released.
On YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was 4. Because we did 2 at the 2 and 7, remember that one time? That's when I showed my ass at the end because I got so fucked up.
We didn't post one of them.
No, we did, I think.
Did I not subscribe to
That was the one we did after Smash or Pass because that was too messed up. Yeah, we did 4.
Did we? Damn.
I think at least. Yeah,
If you see 4, we did 4.
This is 6.
This is 6, yeah.
Okay.
Well, because, last episode was obviously the revamp, so we didn't really say it was episode 5, but that doesn't matter because now it's episode 6.
All right.
Are you ready?
We're
I think
live.
that was fun, though.
I honestly think that might be the intro. Then it'll go.
That's intro, yeah. I was going to say, okay, so there we go.
No.
I see you, girl, you moving. I'm in the mood for looting.
All right, welcome back to another episode of Drunk. We're here with Cooper, Artie, and myself, Tristan. We're drinking some Happy Dad. Cooper, what are you drinking? What are you?
Could you hand me the gentleman? No, not the twisted tea. The gentleman's Jack. I'm feeling very gentlemanly.
Okay. As you can tell from the last episode, Artie is still abstaining from drinking as we are filming this back to back. But yeah, Cooper is struggling to open a gentleman Jack. You want me to open it for you and be a gentleman?
A nice play on words.
Oh, let me give her a fine pour.
Wow, I like that. Pour. Come on, more.
Wow.
More. A little bit more.
That's a gentleman.
That is a gentleman's,
I like that.
and we'll just take me a little
Do you like gentleman Jack?
sniff.
You know what? Actually, I've never really had Gentleman Jacks, but I can tell a lot by it. By
I was
just
saying,
smelling
I'm
it.
not going to persuade you to drink it, but he beat me to it. Give it a smell.
Seems a little bit more refined than just the regular Jack Daniels.
So I don't know if that's distilled. I don't know if that's distilled more or like longer or
I would
if they're
say
put in different barrels.
It says here double mellowed, so I'm assuming that it's just probably maybe mellowed for a double amount of time, obviously, but it's maybe just aged a little bit longer and stuff like that. I mean, that's a problem.
And he ruins it with a chaser.
And a Pepsi.
It's
Ew.
straight Pepsi,
You
zero
drink
sugar.
Pepsi?
That's
Zero
the
sugar.
worst thing to do as a gentleman.
But
You
still,
don't
Y'all
ruin
are
Pepsi over
delusional.
Coke?
Jack.
I didn't have any Coke.
But why do you even have Pepsi in your household?
Because Pepsi's
Dude,
good.
if
I know, dude. I know refugees that don't have
if-
Pepsi.
okay, hold on.
They drink Coke.
If you go to a restaurant and they're like, "What do you want to drink?" "Oh, can I get a Coke?" And they say, "Is Pepsi okay?" What do you guys think? No,
yeah.
not okay.
I've thought about this a lot. Actually.
You ever had it?
It's
Yes, I've
disgusting.
had
And
Pepsi.
out of the
Pepsi
fountain,
and
it's
Yeah,
even
no,
more
no.
fucking
I've
disgusting.
had Pepsi and Jack. It's so much flatter.
Don't even bring
Coke
that near
has
me.
the
I'll
bite.
fucking throw it.
Coke has a bite
sober.
when you mix it with alcohol.
Dude, I know people.
I
don't know why y'all
Don't
are
you
attacking me right now.
Because that's like a sin.
If you were to say,
if you would have had Coke,
okay,
it'd been all right.
I would rather become more dehydrated than drinking Pepsi.
What? You just don't like Pepsi?
No.
guess
Pepsi by itself
disgusting.
is fine, but you're mixing Pepsi with
Oh no,
Jack. It's a different, like, Coke has that bite to it. That, like, it's just that little snap.
But
wrong.
exactly. Coke has more carbonation. Pepsi's just syrup. He had a really good question. See, because me, obviously, I work in the restaurant industry, so whenever I go out to eat, I try to make a big deal out of anything, you know. But if a waitress says like, "Hey, sorry, we have Pepsi. Is that okay?" I'm not even trying to be a dick. I'll say no. Can I just get a water then?
I'll take a Pepsi.
What I mean,
Ice
like
cold Pepsi?
Sometimes I will because like Pepsi by itself is fine, but like
Yes.
the worst is if Mountain Dew and Sprite.
I love Mountain Dew. It's my guilty.
No, that's what I mean. Like you go, like, can I get a Mountain Dew? We got Sprite or
Sprite,
7
yeah.
Up. No, I want Mountain Dew. That's not
And
even
then fucking-
remotely the same.
And then Sierra Mist. It's just in the mix, and then now it's Starry. Like you.
Yeah, what is that actually?
It's just like they
know what
rebrand
it
it like
is?
every like 10 years.
This is what Starry is.
Ass.
Oh God,
What was that?
He unplugged his mic.
I got too excited, but it's all right.
Not your mic and his headphones.
Jesus.
Um,
All right.
continuing with this real quick, this early segment. The only thing that you would substitute Mountain Dew for is ski, and I don't know if either of you guys have ever had ski.
What is it?
It's like I don't know how to. It's like a citrusy, like same colors Mountain Dew.
Oh, so it's
But like
it's
you
a
get it in
coconut
like
Pepsi.
Southern Illinois, like Kentucky, like that's a very big thing.
So surprisingly, because Mountain Dew is obviously through Pepsi Cola company, I actually prefer Mellow Yellow.
Bro,
I love
Mellow Yellow.
my boy.
Over Mountain Dew,
100%.
Mellow Yellow
I
and
prefer
Jack.
it. That's a
my
throwback.
drink.
I don't know if I
episode
would
3.
do Mount Jack over Mount. I mean, yeah, Jack over Mountain Dew. No,
Surprising.
Yellow.
I just feel like Mellow Yellow tastes better out of a fountain though, because there's a big difference between something being bottled and being through the fountain. The only reason why I have beef with Pepsi is that every time I would get it from a fountain at some place, it tastes like ass. Granted though, I get DP though. I love
overseas
DP.
Pepsi?
Diet Pepsi.
well, yeah,
got
no,
addicted.
South America
South America.
Yeah, like
Pepsi.
specifically Mexican
I
Coke.
got
because they
Addicted.
use like
real cane sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got addicted to that. Anyway,
I like the one.
today's
bottle.
episode. What are we talking about, boys?
Well, I mean, this is a good topic to start out, like segueing.
Oh,
like,
for sure.
With you being a bartender, I just like
Oh, yeah.
with you having a bunch of drinks. If you saw like
Jesus.
actually, let me ask you this: explain to the and everyone knows what a bartender is, but like, what's it like being a bartender to you? Like, because you started like. You guys like had a bar side at your restaurant, but like you built the bar scene up yourself.
Yeah, so essentially
explain that to the people.
what happened was that we just did a remodel to the dining room and we realized you can't have an unremodeled bar and a remodeled front. So pretty much we had to just remodel the bar to make it kind of look nice as well. But once we kind of remodeled it, we're like, we just can't have it sit there and just collect dust. You know what I mean? We got to do something with it. So I guess when it comes to what's bartending to me, in my opinion, it's just another part of the restaurant industry. So it's nothing different to me. But I've also grown up around it to where like, when people say like, well, what's the kitchen and what's waiting table? They're all kind of blend together to me because it's just a part about being in the restaurant.
So when you guys were remodeling, you really didn't have any idea of what it would turn into?
Not at all. I just thought it'd be something that's just cool to have, like just kind of like, stay up until 9 o'clock and stuff like that.
'Cause were you 21 when you guys So okay, so you
It
were
was already
21.
set
so,
up perfect for you.
Yeah, it was kind of like, actually, if anything, the year we remodeled the bar the first quarantine of 2020, and 2020 was the year that we turned 21. Well, I turned in 2019, but we were 21 throughout that. I was a month away from being 22.
That I just think it crazy to me how much your bar scene has blown up because you guys. I don't know if you technically have renamed the restaurant,
Yeah, so
but like before you guys remodeled, it was the Country Kettle, and now it's just the 217.
now it's just 2 and 7. As well as that, we kind of changed the Country Kettle to the Kettle name. So it wasn't my intention to even really rename the bar and stuff like that. The idea was, though, that if you give it a name, it won't just be now known as a place that serves Bloody Marys on Sundays. You know what I mean? It has an identity to it, so we do it. You know what's crazy? I never realized I did this. Actually, I kind of did have an idea with it. People were always like, well, how'd you market it? How'd you do it like this? Granted, one, you're in a small town, so you don't have to market too much. But I did a guerrilla form of marketing where you just kind of put up a sign and then people start asking questions themselves.
If you build it, they will come.
If you build it, they'll come. You know what I mean? So I noticed that it's kind of like when they see it, people just start kind of like, it's like humans, I feel like, are very curious by nature. Even like guys, like me and Tristan, like I feel like we gossip on the way here. You know what I mean? Like
absolutely.
guys and girls, like we're just kind of like curious creatures in general, you know? So yeah, I just kind of like did that guerrilla tactic of marketing, and here we are now. Full-blown
that's-
alcoholic, liver disease, everything. I'm kidding. I don't have that.
So on that side of it too, did you want to be a bartender?
You know what? It's not even a matter of yeah. I thought it was really cool to do it and stuff like that, but it wasn't necessarily a matter of like, did I want to? I just knew that I kind of had to do it. It's like this. Some days I don't want to cook in the kitchen, but I just know that I have to.
Well, and like, just you can go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just agreeing with him, yeah.
Like, I think it really helped you in your case. Like, we were around the age of like where everyone starts like really. You're 21,
Yeah.
you're gonna start drinking. Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of people drink underage, blah blah blah, but they can't go to bars. So like that was our first like real bar scene experience.
yeah.
In our hometown, like you have college bars and stuff like that, but like an actual feel good at home like bar
Well, and
scene.
especially like, and I'm not saying because like, you know, I mean, like necessarily we weren't like fucking the most popular kids in high school.
No,
but, like,
right.
we knew
Absolutely
everybody.
not. Yeah.
Already being in a small town, but also us being kind of friendly with everybody. You know what I mean? It's really cool to go in a place where you know somebody that's like, you're not, because my biggest thing is that when I walk in the bar, I feel like all eyes are going to be on me. And I kind of hate that. And I feel like some bars can get essentially, not necessarily cliquey, but it's kind of like some bars kind of form groups and stuff like that. It's like,
absolutely.
Like
That's absolutely.
No, it really
will
does.
I be welcomed here and stuff like that? I know us three have been to bars where it's just like, oh, like, do we belong here even?
Yeah, like I like want to drink, but like I feel awkward, so like let's leave.
Yes.
And like that's hard to do. So like I mean, talking about clicks, I want to segment into if somebody walks in and they order, say, if somebody was to walk in and order a Happy Dad, what type of person? Can you explain the type of person they would look like or be?
So it's kind of like the analogy where you can tell a lot about a person by the type of dog they own, or kind of how like a lot of owners mimic their dogs,
Right, yeah,
and
absolutely.
like movements and
For example,
like Cooper's
for
a
the
fucking
pug.
pug.
Yeah, you could have guessed that. I was just looking at Cooper.
So like for example,
Pug
like just,
guy.
even just based off the assumptions, if somebody came in and ordered a Happy Dad, I wouldn't think that they're a seltzer enthusiast. I would think that they're definitely involved in the YouTube scene and they love influencers. They love like Logan Paul and stuff like that, which I know for a fact like Tristan does, you know. Other than that, like you can just kind of tell a lot by a person, you know what I mean? You can tell if a person's just drinking something to be cool or if because they actually really want to drink it as well.
Yeah, that's very valid.
Yes.
Definitely, especially Happy Dad. That's very of like a bro-y, like
Bro,
You gotta know who it is to order it. I feel. I don't. Jesus, that was me. It was on my computer.
Mr. Power over here.
Yeah, because I don't see, say, some farmer comes in and orders a Happy Dad. It's like they don't even know.
You'll never
what
see
it
that.
is.
No, you'll never see that. They won't even try it if you.
They've
got to
be
free.
our age group for sure, and I don't see anybody really over 30. You think order one? I don't know.
Oh yeah, I'll even give it like 28.
not necessarily. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, maybe.
Well, I mean, because like it's a decent seltzer too, but at the end of the day, like I said, it's just kind of it's a product of like influencer culture and stuff like
Yes,
that. Not
yes.
necessarily they didn't make it because they needed to make it. They made it because they wanted to make it, and they wanted to make cash too. You know.
Oh yeah,
But,
and
like,
I mean, it's not bad because it's got electrolytes.
Yeah,
But anyway, this is
exactly,
not a sponsor for Happy Dad.
No, it does not.
When somebody comes in to order a High Noon or a White Claw,
So I mean, obviously,
Those are different though.
those are
I guess.
different.
Okay, we'll start with High Noon.
So how about can we start with White Claw?
We'll start
Sorry
with White
about
Claw.
that. Just okay, when I see somebody order White Claw, I just think, wow, they really don't know what they're doing because at that point, I think you're not drinking a high quality seltzer.
Yeah.
And then also at that point, it's just like you're stuck in 2016, dude. Not even 16. It would be like 18 and 19.
Yeah, like that's where you start to question, like, how old are you?
And then even sometimes, well, that's another big point that people don't understand this. And I feel like when I go in the bar, like, and people will ask for a certain drink and I'll say, hey, actually, we don't have that. They'll get very upset. But I just want to say to them, do you really think we're going to stock every single type of liquor in here?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's like some people will come in and they'll ask for, it's like, for example, like I have Busch Light in bottle, can, and draft, and I have Bud Light in draft and bottle and stuff like that. And I have all these choices, but they'll be like, oh, you don't have it in can? It's like, well, man, I have two other options, you know what I mean? But
Drink it.
that's, for me, understandable because sometimes not only people have a preference of a type of beer, they have a type of preference for the material.
Yes, that's a whole nother discussion in its
Like,
own right
me,
there.
like, everybody thinks people drink out of cans because it's cheaper. That's not always the case. Some people just genuinely like the taste of can. And
I like the Bud Light aluminums, honestly. I can drink the shit out of those, but like in a can or draft, I cannot drink that
exactly.
much.
Yeah.
I would say I think I drink the most Busch Light out of a can just because it's more easily accessible. But I love it more out of a bottle.
Exactly, yeah. So there's other stuff like that. Like, is it accessible? Like in the bar, like what do they carry? What's also cheaper? What else is that? What is everybody else drinking? So, for example, if somebody comes in and orders a Busch Light, you know what I've always noticed? They're always wearing a hat.
Well, I mean, they're farmers.
Farmers, yeah. So they're always wearing a hat and stuff like that.
Everyone.
I would say like 8 times out of 10, like they're wearing a
in
hat. It's really
agriculture.
weird.
They got that hat out of their second mailbox.
Do you
Yes.
see girls? Do girls drink a lot of beer?
You know what? So I would say yes and no. I would say the more seasoned drinker of a girl you get, the more chance you have of her drinking beer.
Yeah.
But I would say like also, I'm not saying like, you know, beer is genderless. It's not even that. It's just like, I feel
Well,
like-
right. But like I know like girls I've been with and like been around like historically like have not liked
They
beer
just
at all.
have like a almost like a natural aversion to beer, and I think I understand that too.
It
I
is
mean,
interesting when you find a girl that is like, just give
Yeah,
me a
like
Bud Light.
if
Yeah,
I
it's
would
It's like
what?
badass.
it is.
like I would be shook like if I were to ever like see a girl just like slam a beer. I'd be like, holy fuck! Like this girl like knows what she's doing.
Take
Like,
me home.
She's the one.
I don't know if I'd say that because she's got more balls than me. Like,
Let me-
like you know what I mean? Though? Like you see a girl like
Yeah, it's
shotgun a beer and you're like,
I'm gonna.
I'd say, what do those dogs look like? What do those feet look like? Let me get a little fucking little bit.
They probably got some muscle on them.
Good. You know what?
100%.
I want to get tossed around so bad, man.
All right. High Noons.
High Noon. So High Noon's obviously somebody who knows what they're talking about because especially right
Hey.
now, they're dominating. They're dominating the seltzer game, and they've been dominating it for about 2 years now. So they're not going anywhere. High Noon Peach, High Noon Lime, High Noon Lemon. I have people coming asking for the flavors, and I'm actually considering about getting all of them.
Might as well. I'll drink them.
Other than that, like I said, the other seltzer that you would carry is maybe like a truly strawberry lemonade. But sometimes people will come in and they'll be like, "Oh, do you have the Bud Light Seltzer variety pack for the fall season of 2023?" It's like, no, I can't carry that. Like, I'll end up throwing away half of them, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody comes in and they order cherry McGillicuddies.
They just don't.
Or
like,
any type of McGillicuddies.
They just don't like the taste of booze, and they just want to get a shot in as quick as they can.
Is that you?
No.
No, 'cause me and Tristan, we do like fucking like the grossest shit, dude. We'll do pickle shots and scotch.
I'll take a pickle shot.
You want to keep bouncing it back and forth, or you want me to rail them off?
I did two. You do two. Then I'll do another one.
Okay. Somebody comes in and they order a martini.
A martini. I feel like when it comes to the deals of a martini, a lot of them are just trying to order it because they want to look cool.
I think
been
most
very
people
unpopular.
like have never had one and they like want to try it.
Maybe they want to try it, but I would say even a lot of people who do drink
So they
it
don't
really-
enjoy
Well,
it.
the only problem with and maybe they do. The only problem with the martini is that you have so many people thinking like, oh, I want mine dry or extra dry or not dry. So dry means amount of vermouth you add to it. Vermouth is just like a type of wine. Remember that Lillet we drink?
Yeah.
The wine? That's like essentially that could be used as a vermouth. So some people, I don't even know how to describe it. Extra dry means more vermouth, and less dry means less vermouth, or something like that. So it's
Does neat mean with no ice?
neat means no ice.
No ice.
Damn.
So it can mean because there's also an idea. It can mean like chilled but no ice, but neat just means no ice in the cup.
Okay.
That's why whenever I go to a bar, I'm like, let's say if I order scotch, I get room temp.
Before rambling off, like we used to go to campus bars and icing out. You remember what icing out is? What would you do if somebody iced out in the 217? So for you guys at home, for you guys at home that don't know, we live in a small town, but we would go to college campuses when we were younger. And a big thing at one of the bars called Cam's is icing out. You would order a drink, and they were like little, like
You
cups
showed
like,
me this.
Yeah, they were cups like this size. I don't know if I just clicked that by accident or anything. Okay.
Still good.
They ordered cups like that size, like the just little throwaway disposable plastic cups, and they would put like ice all the way to the top, and then they would fill it with your drink. Everyone would ice out, just throw it on the floor, so you're getting all this liquor and drink, and then they just chug it.
Bro, when you showed me that,
It's a sloppy mess. And
I felt the disrespect from the bar
And then you don't even
owners.
own the bar, and you still feel fucking
Like-
disrespected by what they're doing.
Why are you like when you did like everyone does it, like that's the worst thing to do.
that's the only place I would ever ice out in. Like I would never do that in like somebody else's bar.
I'd be like
because I know
so bad.
it's a college, like you go to Red Line and Cam's and like you walk in and your feet are sticking to the floor immediately.
Oh yeah, it's like if anything, the whole place smells like wet socks and wet shoes because of all the liquor on the floor. Yeah. Me personally, I guess if somebody did it at the 217, like I wouldn't necessarily be upset per se. I just feel like it'd be more of an issue of like, dude, somebody's gonna slip on that.
Right.
That's why I wouldn't want to promote it and stuff like that. But
I think I would just look and be like, "What the fuck?"
also
are
be
you
like-
doing?
Yeah. That I'm like, why? Why?
yeah,
you
that's
do
a
that?
that's a funny thing. It's not even a matter of like we'll just order without ice. No, at Cam's the idea is you want the ice to throw it on the ground. Do you know what my favorite thing to do was when I would ever go to Cam's? People would love to throw ice cubes.
Look at the camera.
Oh, look at the camera.
Oh, is he looking at the screen?
Yeah.
Look at this guy. I do that a lot.
No, you're good.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, when it comes to the bartenders, every time somebody would like be a fucking asshole and stuff like that, I saw this for the first time ever, and I ended up meeting that same bartender 4 years later, randomly at the 217, which is crazy because I'm like, why do I recognize him? What they'll do is if somebody's being like an asshole and like fingering themselves in the bar or something like that, they'll take an ice cube and they'll fucking chuck it right at the fucking top.
Right off the forehead, doming with it.
Dude, yeah, Doma. I'm like 19.
done that?
No,
Because
no,
the
I
weapon's
haven't.
gone.
Yeah.
It's gonna be melted, but
Yeah,
it's gonna get
I'm 19 and I'm with Tristan and he's probably somewhere. And I'm just by myself and I'm watching this like it's a fucking cinematic movie, dude. Like it's a fucking AAA or whatever. Wait, AAA is for video games. So anyway, so I just see this bartender. I go, I hear him mouth the words like "you fucking," grabs an ice cube, dude. He throws it with such precision it fucking curves and Hits a guy right in his fucking forehead.
Jesus.
And the guy gets like fucking knocked out by it. And by the time the guy goes to react, the bartender has another fucking ice cube ready to fucking hit at him.
Ready to go.
Oh, that's so cool. I got the biggest boner in my life.
How many times do you think we went to campus bars together?
Together, I would say a good 5 or 6 times, maybe.
I'm not trying to like
you're
exclude
good.
Cooper from this podcast.
I've only been
guys.
once.
So like we met Cooper after high school. So like a little bit after high school.
We were like 20.
Yeah. So like we had gone to like campus bars, obviously, like since we graduated high school, and then we met Cooper after. So we didn't really have those experiences with. So just if you're wondering where Cooper went, he's being quiet because I'm kind of excluding him. But
Yeah, audio listeners, I'm still here.
But how many times do you think we went to the campus
I would
bars?
say probably actually looking back on it, like 6 or 7, maybe tops 8. So it wasn't like it was like a handful of times. It wasn't like a crazy amount of times because also you got to.
You didn't go out too much, but like when we did.
Yeah, and I think it was just a mixture of like, okay, also we had to drive 30 minutes to get there, and no matter what, we had to have somebody D.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm not saying we'd say like we could condone drunk driving whatsoever,
Absolutely
but
not.
like 30
Do
minutes
not
away
drink
from
and drive.
Yeah, but 30 minutes away from your hometown is insane. Nobody would want to risk. I actually would to be the point where even if I go to Champaign today and somebody's like, "Let's go get a drink," I'm just gonna say nah, because I'm not risking 2 drinks, 3 drinks, not even 1 drink, honestly.
Okay. What do you think? What's your craziest story?
Yeah. Life of a bartender.
No, well,
I guess
campus bars.
Oh, campus
Campus
bars.
my bad.
Because I'm going to ask any bar, but I wanted to hear his specific
I got you.
campus, and then I want to hear yours.
I got you.
Oh, I have to think about that. Actually.
Okay, I got mine.
Okay, yeah.
So
yours, yeah.
mine was the very first time we went, and we went on a Thursday night because Nelk was gonna be there.
Yeah. So this is 2 years ago.
This was 2 years ago.
So we're 23.
Thursday.
We're too old to be in campus bars at this time. Yeah. I mean, 23 is an age where you can still go, but you feel old.
That's
Oh,
where I
yeah.
learned about the icing, and
And-
I'm old enough to be like, why
And
are
that
you
was
kids
the
doing
new
this?
cams. And
Yeah.
we had never. That's
We
the
had
first
never-
time I.
so this actually might have been a year ago, actually.
No, it's 2 years
It
ago.
was
2 years?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
because I got texted while I was at work, and it was like,
Because
by
it was
him.
a Thursday.
yeah, it was a Thursday.
Yeah,
he
it was
texted
a
me
Thursday.
like
Oh, it
an
was,
hour before
yeah.
we went, and he goes, "Hey, Nelk's gonna be in Champaign. You want to go?" And I was like, oh, "Fuck yeah!"
yeah.
I'd like
This
to
is like
see
when
them.
Nelk is like blowing
Big,
up. and
yeah,
I'm
it
like,
was.
holy
They were, like, getting
fuck,
big.
and they're promoting the fuck
Yeah,
out
like
of this.
Happy Dad, like they were at Benny's, taking pictures, and then they're like,
They went to the sauna and Crunch.
yeah, like we're gonna be at Cam's at this time, then we're going to Red Lion and Joe's. We're like, fuck, we better go. Like, let's when are we gonna see like?
Yeah, that's
one
like
of
a
those,
once in a lifetime
It's
opportunity.
like Steve will do it and Kyle were there.
Well, especially with how casually it was, it's not like you're going out of your way to go to Chicago. Because if it's in Chicago, you could just say, "Well, fuck it, I'm not driving 2 hours."
God,
But
on a
30 minutes
Thursday?
on a Thursday too. No, that's actually
They're 30 minutes away, just chilling in Champagne all day. It's like,
You'd
yeah,
be
we'll
stupid
go.
if you didn't go, especially knowing you guys. Literally, we're drinking Happy Dad right now.
No, this
2
was
years
last
later.
year.
Was it?
Last year. That's
Last
what I'm saying.
year. No,
It was
you're right.
last year.
This is
And
last
if anything,
year.
Oh, was
actually,
it
Because I
less than a
had
few
the
months.
chain. I had just got the chain.
I think it's under a year too.
No.
no, I think it is November,
November, yeah.
Was it November?
September,
'Cause it was
or
cold outside.
October. It's either October or November.
It was just about to get cold.
It was
yeah.
around
Yes.
that point.
But
But
anyway, so yeah, 24,
I was gonna say.
old as fuck. Shouldn't have been in there.
we went, we were there. We were told, what was it? Fucking 8 o'clock? 9 o'clock. They were going to be there. So we show
Okay.
up early.
We got there like
30 minutes early.
8:30,
Okay.
8:30.
and like it wasn't packed. Like there's a good amount of people.
No, it wasn't. You told
But
me
we
that.
walked
yeah.
up and like we could go to the bar, ordered a drink. I like showed Cooper what a blue guy is, and
Yeah.
The blue guys.
Then fucking 2 hours later at 11 o'clock, and I'm looking at T-Dog like,
he's
I
Cooper
have
was
work
about to-
tomorrow.
yeah, Cooper's like, let's bounce, dude.
Like, they're not coming.
and like the crowd's
'cause-
funneling in. The crowd's
bro,
funneling in at this time.
It got from
Remember,
like, you
I was supposed to be there, but I couldn't just find a place
Yeah.
to park because it was that
Yeah.
loaded. So
Yeah.
I'm just like,
oh, I remember.
and that's why
where
like it
you
got to
were.
be at like 11. I was like, oh my guys, they're probably not gonna come. They just
Yeah,
fucking
I was
lied to you.
down
So
to leave because I had to wake up tomorrow
And
at
I was
4
like-
in the morning.
And I'm just like holding on hope. I was like, come on, dude. Like, we're watching their Snapchat stories as they're posting. I was like, I know the fuck they're at Joe's, and they're supposed to come here after. So like, let's wait. And then you start seeing people trickle in, and you're like,
Bro,
fuck.
the
Like,
crowd
you
got
just-
stupid.
because that's like a 2-level bar. So like, you just like start hearing the people trickle in. You're like that's like it's weird. It's getting me hyped because like.
no, it's kind of just like the calm before the storm.
They're trickling in, like you can see people are having a good time. Everyone's ordering. Like, there's this dude that ordered like 40 blue guys.
Jeez.
And they iced out every single fucking one.
That's so crazy.
Just water and liquor all over the floor.
Everywhere.
But then a gleam of hope. You see the back door open, security guards come in, and we're like, oh fuck! And by this time, people had already like crowded around the bar. So I tell
my
Cooper,
God.
I was like, we got to get close. So we like kind of push our way in, and like we're by the bar, like in a little spot
And
by
I
ourselves.
hate pushing through a crowd.
But like, I was like.
He got to it.
I was like, we've been here since 8:30. We're gonna do this right.
He got like
Oh, yeah.
right up to them. I was like, I tried, but people started shoving too, and I just fucking hate it.
Yeah, 'cause once
I
those-
backed off.
Yeah,
And I know Tristan's invested. He's like, I'm getting.
Once those back doors opened,
Oh my
everyone
God.
just went straight towards the bar.
It was
'Cause
so
the security
annoying.
guards, you could see they blocked off each side, and they're coming right into the bar. Like where the door is, they made like a little path, and then there's a walk around bar all the way. So they're coming in, cases of Happy Dads on each shoulder, and you
It was
just see
wild for sure.
like the Happy Dad. I don't know if it was the CEO or like
Yeah,
the manager
yeah,
like
yeah.
walks in with Happy Dad, and they just start fucking throwing Happy Dads around.
There was a fight that broke out, and I thought T-Dog was next to me, so I was going like bro, check it out, hitting him,
Some
and I
random
looked, and I
weirdo.
was like, oh, you're not T-Dog.
It's
And
just
he
some
looked
Asian
at me
guy.
like he wanted to fight me, and I'm like, fuck you, like, this is wild. But no, it was,
Then walks Kyle.
yeah.
Kyle walks in and
Oh,
I'm like,
Kyle, yeah.
holy shit, this is real.
Is he short in real life?
No, he's about all
He's
right.
probably 6 foot,
Oh,
5'10".
wow. He seems short for some reason.
He's
This comes from a
literally,
short
I
guy,
like-
just
I'd say 5'10".
5'10". Okay.
Yeah.
Our build, basically.
Well, skinnier than me. But anyway, so he walks in, and then you see fucking huge chains. Steve will do it. New teeth done, just
Fucking
smiling like
veneers.
that.
I love Steve will do it, man.
Dude, I would. There was girls like just like going crazy, like
It was
"Oh,
pretty
I can
wild.
touch you, and like the kid next to me that we were talking to.
Oh
all
my
night,
God, that fucking kid.
Kyle gave him his hat, and I was like, "Fuck, dude!" And I was like, but he
We
was-
were leaving.
Yeah, he was pretty fucked up, but like whatever. We partied a little bit, and then we all left together.
T-Dog took advantage of him.
And I was like,
Oh yeah.
I was like, that's pretty cool hat, dude. And he's like, oh yeah, it's sick, whatever. I was like, I'll give you $30 for that hat. And he's like, deal.
Deal.
Like it's a young college kid. I was like, all right. And I think I only gave him a 20.
Yeah,
think
yeah.
he did.
Fuck that guy. Especially if you don't know what you have. Then
So he
fuck it,
gave me
that's your
Kyle's
fucking-
hat. I was like, that's
I
pretty
forgot.
sick.
Yeah, Tristan does have Kyle hat. I remember.
Yeah,
he wore,
and
he
then
wore it
I-
for like a few
yeah.
weeks straight.
It was pretty fucking. We have Snapchats too for receipts, so we're not lying.
And
Bitch.
Is that okay? Is that weird? Like that I'm like hype about that, like being
No,
24.
it's
No, because I think it's kind of
Because
like
new-
Because like that's people don't consider them celebrities, but like internet famous.
well, it's kind of like this. It's like if you ever go to a Taylor Swift concert, there's literally 2 million people there trying to like fucking shake their hands. At that point, it was
That's
such it's such a niche.
hey,
niche
out
group.
of their how many subs do they have? Fucking
A decent
Millions,
amount.
dude.
millions. Out of the millions, you got his hat.
Exactly, that's,
That's
what I'm
true.
saying. And like for example, obviously they're not going on tour.
So
they take
it's an obvious
still,
hype.
You get
You know, the
something.
hype is there. Like when I worked at Monster Jam, I talked to the Diesel brothers, and honestly, it was like, oh, it's cool, but
Yeah.
you're just like me, but with
Yeah, that
a
is
lot of fucking money.
Exactly. Yeah, that's like that's why I like genuine celebrities.
Yo,
But
I like you. I would rather meet majority of the YouTubers than any celeb. At this
oh yeah,
point.
the only celeb because you know me and Post Malone went to college together, right? I'm not. You didn't know that?
No.
Austin? Yeah, dude.
Did he?
I'm not kidding. I literally can show you pictures.
I mean, that's pretty fucking.
No, I
sick.
wish I went to fucking school with Post Malone. You know what's
Parkland,
crazy?
bro.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
I went to
like.
fucking Parkland
That's what I'm
for
like. Really?
3 semesters. You know what's
You
crazy?
said his name, and he's like,
I was like, wait, yeah,
wait a
Austin.
minute.
I literally lie to everybody and always say I went to college with Post Malone. I don't know why it's my longest ongoing lie. Oh, I forgot. I
Did you figure out your crazy story? All right, what's yours?
I was 18, and technically we're not supposed to be at the bars, but actually I had an algebra
It
class.
was a dream.
Yeah, it was a dream. I had a class with one of the biomonsters there, so he was able to get me into red line, not chem. So that's why
that's actually like a big thing. I can vouch. I don't know this situation, but we had buddies in high school that like would work at bars.
Yeah.
And there's certain wristbands.
They just give you the.
And then you can even-
the
And
And he
hours
would like
before.
he would just grab a bunch of them. Like you'd have to color, and then you'd have people that were 21 going before, and they'd be like, "It's this color tonight. Wear it on your wrist. Go in the back."
Yeah, and then I was gonna say the red line had a fenced off back area where people smoke. You can just kind of sneak it through there and stuff like that too. So I remember this actually has really nothing to do with Red Lion specifically, but I remember I was there one night, and I was leaving Red Lion, and I've always been just fucking like grossed out by bars, and it's crazy that I'm now just fucking thinking about this because this is fucking traumatic. It's around Halloween. It's probably like October 20th or 4th or 16th or any number of days. I don't really know. Yeah, I don't even really know the number of days, but I was walking through with a group of people, a few girls actually. A few girls, and
Like from Parkland?
Parkland, yeah, and we all just had classes together, and for some reason we just all decided to go out. You know, we did it every once in a while,
Yeah.
and out of nowhere we see fucking limbs and trees, like limbs, arms, fucking torso, like a fucking leg, and all that
tree?
stuff. Yeah, and I'm thinking like,
Oh, because it's a costume.
yeah, I'm thinking like these are really fucking detailed decorations, right? I'm thinking, well, okay, it makes sense. We're in fucking October, it's Halloween and stuff like that. And then we go by, dude. It was so insane that they literally even had the fucking blood splatter on the. I'm like, who's fucking investing all this money into Halloween? I don't see people put fucking effort into Christmas decorations. Yet alone, I'm like, they have fucking blood splatter analysis done to make it look fucking realistic. So then we go out, we get drunk a little bit, and then we go home. I wake up the next day. Guess what?
Somebody died.
Somebody jumped off a fucking building and landed in the trees. And it fucking... I'm not kidding. You can
Oh
look this
my
up.
God.
You can look this up. I'm
So
not
you were
kidding.
I don't remember this. Yeah,
You were
but
just
How do
looking at the
it
decorations.
was, you know what? It was really well hidden. And here's the crazy thing is, because I remember I called my sister right away because I was just like, I mean, I was traumatized. I don't want to laugh at somebody's dying, but like the fact that, so that's where like, you know, people say like, oh, it's nothing like the movies. Sometimes really graphic scenes look like a movie scene.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of crazy. Sometimes you get a spot on. So I called my sister about it. And you know what's the craziest thing? She literally said, I think around 2015 or 14, because remember at this point it's 2016, she said a person had killed themselves then again. So this had happened 2 times in 2 years.
They just jumped off the building. And
Jumped off the building, mangled their fucking bodies. And I'm just sitting there like, holy shit.
by Red Lion.
I know it was somewhere. It was walking down. I think it was next to that. It's not Halal
Well, I mean,
Guys,
like,
but it's the Middle
Was
Eastern
it 2 years
place.
ago? Someone did die there.
No, she didn't die. The
She was
security
beat
guard
up
just
by the
got
fucking-
Oh, where she
Security
spit
off.
out fucking blood and stuff like that. I saw that.
So
But
you
yeah.
saw a dead body.
Oh, dude, I saw parts, man. It was
Logan Paul?
insane. Yeah, it was like fucking Logan Paul in the Suicide Forest, man. It was
She didn't
insane.
film it.
Yeah, if I would have filmed it, I would have been fucking canceled in a heartbeat. But Logan Paul gets $1 billion. What I get is fucking PTSD,
No,
and
he
erectile
was-
dysfunction.
He was 100% canceled at one point.
And then he
for
still
sure.
managed to fucking work his way out.
He took
That's
a-
crazy.
He took a month off.
That's crazy. And I can't even say.
No, that's just you're a dolphin now. This episode is sponsored by Uncle Fluffy's Beard Company. Artie, take it away on explaining this amazing product.
Take the show. Uncle Fluffy's Beard Company. Now, I am actually very upset that I didn't figure out about this beard company 2 years ago when it came out in 2021. Now, as you notice here on the Drunk Squad, we all are bearded machismo men, but machismo men also need to have some self-love and some self-care. Now, as you see here, we have 3 flavors of their excellent exfoliating beard cream.
What flavor do you got?
So I have a beard and breakfast, a little bit of that.
I got
nice.
root beard.
And I've got ginger beard.
Actually, I like these a lot. So let's all just take a little bit of a dab. Nothing too crazy.
So how
maybe
much of
just
this do
about
we
that.
use? Oh, is that too much?
No, that's a perfect amount.
This is a good amount or
Yeah.
more?
So from what I can tell by this is obviously it's an oil-based lubricant that helps nourish your beard. But inside of it, one thing I noticed that's really cool is it seems to have some exfoliating features. I think it's a nice sugar scrub. What you do is you kind of just rub it into your palms and then just slightly apply it to your beard. Now, of course, what this is going to do is it's going to nourish your beard, but
Is this
also
good for your mustache?
everything.
Ooh, I'm so glad.
Obviously, because you know what, modern day products like hair products are ranged more towards your hair.
It actually
and
smells so good.
it does.
I just smell root beer now, and
wanna
I am
smell
so happy.
Ginger beard smells
Oh, the
amazing.
ginger beard smells like Christmas.
Even though I don't like celebrating Christmas, I'll celebrate it right here.
Smell my beard.
Oh, dude, that actually smells sick.
I might have to kiss Tristan. Wow, he
Dude, no,
smells
actually,
good.
like, if you want a root beer float, smell it.
Smell my beard.
That actually smells really good. No, these are lovely products.
It's also got many, many different flavors. Go and try it.
If you want to get a hold of this amazing product, the link is in the description below. Go check it out. You will not regret it.
If you're not wearing this, women will not kiss you. What's your opinion on cancel culture? Let's kind of talk about this as a group.
It depends on who's getting canceled. If it's, say, for something stupid, then I see no point in it. But say, it depends on the situation, I guess.
I don't think anybody should get. I mean, like,
In a way, if you're like
what happened to
ISIS,
free speech? Okay, yeah,
ISIS on Twitter,
yeah. ISIS has Twitter,
Kick
and
them
Donald
fucking
Trump
off.
doesn't have Twitter. Like,
Yeah, so that's a good point. So
that's where it's stupid.
the Taliban can have Twitter, but Trump can't.
Yeah, Trump can't.
So that's where I don't understand. So okay, here's one belief that I
she's
have.
back, by the way. So
Yeah. That was like the old argument.
So I think when it comes to ideals of cancel culture, one thing that people need to understand that is that Twitter runs as a business and they are in the United States of America. So they also have the ideals of freedom of speech. So for example, me, like if I'm in your house right now, well, I'm in your studio. If you don't want me here, can you kick me off?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like,
I could
I'm
not
not saying
just
you
release
would do
this
that,
whole
but
thing.
he could kick me off. So,
Yeah.
So businesses have the right to do that, and I completely understand it. But also, I seem like there are some severe cases where people just kind of like are either taken a slightly out of context, or you know what? Actually, fuck this. I'll go off. Fuck the out of context thing. Really fuck the out of context thing. Somebody just says something as a joke or something very fucking stupid, and people go off for no fucking
Yeah,
reason.
if they don't realize it's a joke, they're the problem.
They don't realize it's a joke.
you look
Kind
back. You look back of, I'm gonna say, 10 to 15 years. So like, we're 25 years old. So like between like 10 to 15, like our teenage years.
Yeah.
Anything went.
You could literally say anything, but like
Anything
everyone knew you didn't mean it. Like it was a joke.
Yeah. And then I honestly, because like I understand.
Like I can't even say it right now, like because of my job, and I won't do it, and just other people. Like anything you post on the internet now is always going to be on the internet.
Always, yeah.
No matter what.
We just said outside that like future presidents will all have a sex tape leaked somewhere, you know.
Yeah, I
or
could
have
see-
some,
yeah,
some form
absolutely.
of something crazy. So you know what? And I'll even be the person to say like fuck the whole idea of like even certain words or stuff like that. But even certain things taken out of context. And it seems like some people, and I would say it's a very Generation Z thing, they take one thing, they refuse to do any type of research.
Yes.
And they go to fucking war on it.
It's 100%. They'll take a small clip instead of looking at the longer clip.
Right.
And so listen to, say, this is a YouTube video right now, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, they won't go listen to our full podcast that we're talking about this right now, where it's a
See
whole
segments,
it's a whole hour, but they're watching this video that's only 5 minutes long.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
they'll take what they learn here instead of, say, we didn't put another part in.
At that
video.
point, you know what I mean? Because here's the thing. It's
Watch
like,
the podcast, not the clips.
what they could do is they could take that material and use it to cancel somebody. Instead of that, we should use what they said and say, hey, shut the fuck up, go sit in your fucking corner and actually do your research next time before you
Yes.
have an opinion on anything. Because also at the end of the day, you know fucking nothing. You know absolutely nothing. I don't know anything either, but I don't have a fucking opinion on anything either.
But as soon as you have a say, somebody's right at your throat. You can't say that.
You can't
do
say that. So remember when we did a short clip when we did a McDonald's challenge about that. So I remember I said, bro, you have no riz. You're in her DMs. I'm outside her window.
Yes.
That's obviously a fucking joke.
Did somebody get mad about that?
No. But I'm just
I
saying,
was
I'm
gonna say,
Oh,
I'm
work-
somebody could use that. Be
I'm
like,
wor-
oh, he's spying on people.
Yeah, or
He's
like,
in his girl's window.
I'm a stalker. Like I'm looking outside of a girl's window and I want to kidnap her. Some people would think like that because they're so mentally perverted. They're so intellectually disabled that they have no idea what the fuck they're talking about.
Absolutely.
I
It's
mean,
ridiculous.
realistically speaking, I think. How about this? I'll even play the devil's advocate. I think cancel culture has canceled some people that need to be canceled.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like for
exactly.
example, but I think
Some people needed it.
I don't even think that needs to be cancel culture. Some people have just fallen off because they've either done they suck at their YouTube platforming, or two, they did something stupid.
Yes.
But you've seen that throughout the generations. There's people that, if you fuck up bad enough, you're gonna get canceled no matter what.
yeah,
canceled.
you're gone.
You deserve it. But
Like Liver King promoted eat liver, you live good life, you
Yeah.
work out, but yet he's doing steroids.
So
the
he's
whole
doing
fucking
steroids,
time.
and the only reason why I have a problem with that is because he wasn't just selling his body,
he was selling
he was
products.
selling,
selling
his own
products
products
that-
and profiting
Exactly.
off of it.
profiting it, saying
and
that these were
motivating
effective.
people like, hey, do this, and people are believing in it, and then you find out he's fucking taking
Well, 'cause
steroids.
here's the thing.
Then it adds to their depression,
Was-
and then it could make them.
Was
fucking-
Ronnie Coleman on steroids?
I honestly
Of
don't know
course
what
he
that is.
was. But Ronnie Coleman also lifted a lot of fucking weights, a lot of heavy weights. So the idea is that, okay, so I'll just answer this question. Steroids isn't 100% of the job. That just means you'll build mass
You
faster.
still have to work
essentially.
your fucking ass off.
You still have to work your
Yeah.
ass off, you know what I mean? So they're still selling their body and saying, hey, buy my straps or whatever it is. But Liver King was selling a lifestyle that was backed up
He was
by...
selling pills that like he thought were gonna like.
Eat
Yeah, that could...
raw liver
Raw
and
liver.
take my pills,
Yeah,
and you will look just like me.
I'll give you a good example of like recent cancel culture.
Actually, I want to hear it.
So Barstool Sports was owned by Penn. So like Dave sold Barstool Sports to Penn,
Yeah.
and so whenever that new management took over, that limited them for a lot of things, like where you can only say this, you can only say that. And there, I don't remember the specific person's name, but he was like doing a live stream like for Barstool, and he was rapping a song, accidentally said the N word, which was in it, like just rapping the song, and immediately they're like, like Barstool didn't want to fire him. Like, you messed up. It's in a song. Like,
It's in a
Well,
song.
especially I'm sure
and
do they have
an
a large...
older white guy.
Do they have a long history with him working for Barstool Sports?
Yes.
So okay, I
And so like Barstool wanted to keep him, and Penn didn't.
Okay.
And so they're like, well, you got to fire him. They fired him. Dave just bought Barstool back from Penn, hired him right back.
hired him right back.
Nice.
So he was canceled, and then immediately brought back, and now he's got like.
Well, wasn't there a football player that did that?
Probably.
He had a whole he had a whole
Gynecologists
scholarship.
that do this pretty
yes,
much.
he was, he was a quarterback
And
for Florida.
he took a Snapchat of him singing a song, said the word. And
Oh no, he was a high schooler. He was a high school kid.
So
yes,
he was
going
getting
into
recruited.
college, going to a good fucking college.
Yeah.
And took a Snapchat, sang the song,
Yeah.
had the bad word, and then what'd they do? Drop his fucking shit?
Yeah, they took a
So
scholarship. away.
that's actually a really good point. So how about this?
fucked.
Let's not get into the complications of whether or not it's right or wrong.
obviously saying that word's wrong.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no,
like I mean, I'm not
100%,
gonna sit
100%.
here and be like,
It-
"Oh, guys, we don't want." It's not even that. But notice how crazy it is. And Kanye West talked about this because everybody thinks I'm crazy because
Kanye.
because I rap Yeezys and because I love Kanye. Everybody thinks I'm a psychopath.
You like Nazis.
Yeah. Well, that's another
Well,
good point.
yeah,
But
you
here's the
immediately
thing
get-
about it. Kanye had a really good point. He said, listen, whatever he said, I don't give a shit what he said because it could be the same for Andrew Tate, Tucker Carlson, and even actually give me some liberal, left-wing people that have been canceled because there are some of them too. He said, look how easy it was for them to just completely destroy your life, or for my life in that case. Not only did they cancel him off every platform, they canceled his Yeezy deal. They shut him from his banks and the money he owned and had.
Yeah, he
Shut it all
earned
off.
himself.
That he earned himself. Nobody wanted to do business from him. He was evaluated from 1.4 billion, got down to 400 million, I think. And it happened like that
Still killing it.
in a fucking day. And he's still killing it, and he's still selling more Yeezys.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not even, people are worried about the wrong thing. It's not a matter of what's being canceled or what's not being canceled or what's right and what's wrong. It's just a matter of that it seems like there's a higher power or a higher entity here that can ruin your life for just absolutely nothing. And we're sitting back worried about whether that fucking dress was blue or white or what's going on together, what's going on tomorrow. It seems like, now there's aliens. Now now that the elections are coming up, now we discovered aliens.
COVID.
Now,
Back.
and it's back on top of that. It's back on top of
actually,
that. So LeBron,
Let's not talk about that because
Yeah.
that could get us red band off
That-
fucking.
that could. Well, no, everybody get your booster shots, get the COVID vaccine, and we'll be good. But what I'm just trying to say is that it seems very crazy how one small thing, not even small thing or big thing, it just seems how
1
somebody
second.
Gone.
gone.
We're gonna do that.
You're good.
Yeah. 1 second snap like that, life's ruined.
Life's ruined.
So Mexican.
Canceled. Stuff
What's
like
wrong
that.
with you?
God damn it. I meant to say, so Mexico had hearings like we did with aliens.
Yeah.
They just revealed 2 dead alien bodies.
Yeah, sure they did.
That's the
Did you
fakest
see
shit.
it?
That's
Wow.
the fakest shit
Did
I've
you
ever
see it?
seen.
Dude,
It looks way worse than
I'm
what-
to the
I think-
point-
So you saw the
Yes.
paper mache looking
Yes.
fucking
Yeah.
aliens?
I'm to the
trash.
point where I'm almost becoming like somewhat of a religious fundamentalist where I even believe the scriptures word for word.
You should go to
I
church.
mean, yeah.
I should, but like I'm literally even to the
I'm
point
getting
where it's like,
baptized soon.
well, yeah, no, but here's what I'm saying.
I'm
Like,
Bryce Skinny.
Really?
are you really actually?
Yeah,
Congratulations.
I messaged him.
That's
I messaged
awesome, man.
him like, "Yo, you want to baptize?" Because he baptized his daughter.
Nice.
And I was like, "Yo, you want to baptize me?" He's like, "When you want to do it?" Like,
Congratulations.
whenever we see each other. So it hasn't happened yet.
You should start going to church.
Go to church.
I need to.
To get baptized, I think you should go to church and like
I need to start
at least
going.
start listening and opening. Like no, it's good that like you
What's
already have
sad
that
is-
thought in your head that you
I
want
guess
to
it's
do
not
that.
sad. It's so far I've liked enough TikTok videos that do Bible verses and all that to where then it comes on my For You page.
Yeah.
So then that kind
I'm
of
the same way. My
I didn't mean to transition
Well,
this into.
No, that's
No,
good.
no, actually, I love the segue.
Okay,
Sometimes I'll see just a beautiful quote, whether it's scripture
I-
or not.
yes.
Or even like whatever country it's from. I don't even care if it's from like European Christianity or African Christianity or like even like Judaism or Islam, because they're all kind of somewhat branched together in one point. Like I like them, but then my For You page is filled with them, and I realized something. I'd rather have
I'm
my
not
For
mad
You
at all
page
about
filled with nice quotes than just fucking pornography or
Yeah, this is
advertisements to
stupid
buy
shit.
some dumb, stupid product.
Bro, I'm so happy that I've gotten out of because everyone's been in like you look at one video for too long, and then it's always on your For You page. Like before, I went on some stupid rabbit hole, not a rabbit hole. The feed just kept showing me like girls promoting their OnlyFans. Like I don't want this. Get it out of here.
Yeah, how's that not banned? But like people like speaking their own mind and their thoughts.
Yeah.
It's banned.
Well, and like okay,
Or
because for
shadow
example,
ban, I should say.
at the end of the day, I would like to think as much as like I'm crazy, like I actually would like to think I want to be somewhat open minded. You know what I mean? And like for example, like I don't like to debate with people I have the same views on because you don't really get anywhere. You guys just kind of agree.
You're not going to change their mind unless you have like a shit ton of proof.
Yeah, so if I had somebody here who had disagreeing thoughts about me and stuff like that, like I'd like to think I would speak to them in a respectful manner, and because I would want to know how they think and why they think the way they do. I wouldn't jump down their throats, but it seems like a lot of the people that have views different of mine jump down my throat, and they don't want to hear me out.
Exactly.
That's very true in our world today. Like, and I don't want to just jump at it as a left versus right political view, but that's like where we're at today, being a white male in our society.
I'm also a white guy, but like I'm Albanian, and some people wouldn't even consider Albanian people white. But just by looking at me, I look white. So some people will be like, yeah, they'll bring up the whole like white male and stuff like that. I'll be like, dude, my parents came from a communist country.
Yeah.
So it's like, what about that? It's like nobody's talking about that. But yet, then again, at the end of the day, I'm just branched as this. It's like, no, I also have other qualities. I'm also a brother, and I'm a son, and I'm a first cousin, and also I work. You know what I mean? I do all these things. Why should it be branded as just one particular thing, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
And that can even be branched into the whole idea of like, even men nowadays, they even talk about it. Men's mental health is a very big thing nowadays.
yeah.
Because men,
That never gets talked about.
where the fuck do we go to? Who the fuck do we go to?
Right here, drunk podcast.
Right here. Yeah,
but still.
No, but still, like, we've all been there. We've all been depressed.
Oh yeah.
dude, yeah. We've all been alone. We've all been fucking alone.
You want to say you can go to your parents, but
I don't want to stress my parents
Yeah,
out with
exactly.
that. I love my parents.
I love my dad, but I can't go to him. this
No,
shit.
exactly. And then
'Cause
if
he'll
you have
tough
a
love.
wife, fiance, girlfriend, whatever, or just somebody you're talking to, you can't cry to them.
Well, 'cause
as soon as you cry, I mean, I shouldn't say not every woman's like this. Women shouldn't be like this, but I'm saying bad women.
Yeah.
As soon as you cry,
My fiance is good.
Yeah. As soon as you cry in front of a woman, they think less of you.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
100% like.
And so, like, as a man, you're like, I can't cry around her. I can't show my true feelings.
you'll go
and I
down
don't
in
wanna do
value.
that.
Well, it's kind of like, yeah, and like it's a bunch of stuff like that. Well, like me, it's like, okay, I think there is a time and a place for crying for both genders regardless.
Yes, absolutely.
Like I'll see somebody cry just in general, be like, hey, like buddy, like I know you're really going through right now, but like let's just go outside.
Yeah.
Like right now is just the time. No, it's not the
Right,
time for
absolutely.
it. And I'm not saying like because that could be considered going against what we just talked about too, but it's not even that. It's just idea. It's like but like, have you noticed? Okay, here's a new meme because people don't get it. Everybody thinks it's just us and the ick thing. The ick thing.
I hate the ick.
How about this? I don't give a fuck. I'll cry to my mom. I'll go to advice for my dad. I'll look like a freaking idiot swimming. I'll do all this. I don't give a shit about this ick stuff. And I really hope it's just an inside joke. Like, I hope they're not taking it serious.
Yeah.
Guys,
I think they are.
Guys, if you're listening, if you ever come across a girl that you want to talk to and they have a fucking ick list, run.
Run. Abe skwa. Hi, this
I
samavre.
saw it.
Abfahren.
I saw a TikTok today. There was the ick list. This guy was going around with the girls.
Yes, I follow that.
Yeah.
He's got a list of like over 100 things.
He can't celebrate his birthday.
Yeah, don't celebrate your birthday. That's an ick.
Okay, so tomorrow, Logan Paul versus Dillon Danis. I know we talked a decent amount I know we talked a good amount about it last week. Tomorrow's it. We kind of did ask our who we chose, but now that we're here, what are y'all predictions?
The more I've been thinking about it and just stifling on it, I hope Dillon Danis just fucking knocks him out. I just hope he fucking catches him. Do I think he's got... obviously he's got a puncher's chance. He did MMA and has trained. But he's not a boxer. He's never claimed to be a boxer. If you did that to Bryce Hall. But anyway, I want Dillon Danis to win. Do I think he wins? No. But I would be rooting for Dillon.
Who do you got?
So I actually 100% agree with everything Tristan just said because obviously it seems this is Logan Paul's technically first official fight, right?
I mean, okay. On paper,
that's
going for his record.
This is his fourth boxing fight.
Boxing. And this is Dillon's what?
First.
Now Dillon,
Logan's gone against Floyd, and so that gets a good. I feel like that gives you some good experience and
yes and no because
look
at how many people have fought Floyd. Floyd just lost.
Did he lose?
Yeah, it was an exhibition, but so it doesn't count on his professional record. But he lost to somebody. He fought some kid in India or Dubai that was really rich, so they just paid Floyd money to fight him. So it's the credibility.
Is
has
it the
gone
same
down
kid?
For Floyd. Yes, I think you know it.
The guy with the mustache.
I don't know.
How did he lose to him? Well, anyway, I guess,
I don't know if that's who he lost to, but he's fought people like that.
But anyway,
going back to the argument. Okay, so I would really like to see Dillon win, but at the end of the day, I guess I would like to say that since Logan has maybe a little bit more of a boxing history, I would have to give it to Logan. But I don't even want to say that. I just hope Dillon wins. Damn it! I hope he punches the fuck. I hope he punches the lights out of Logan Paul.
He needs humbled.
I will be the. Well, I guess when you say humbled, yeah. Yeah, okay. When you said being humbled,
but you can still think Logan's going to win.
I'm for Logan to win.
No, and you can ask anybody. I've liked Logan.
He always has. I've known that.
But this is
an interesting fight.
Well, ever since he put out that he was fighting Dillon Danis, he has just been taking L's and digging holes for himself.
He needs
and
to win.
Showing his true colors almost.
Yes,
yeah,
I do.
True. I like that word, true colors, because it's we almost thought that crypto scam or the suicide former scam were his true colors, but no, it seems like it gets deeper and deeper.
Yeah,
he's just going back. The whole Gideon thing.
Well, yeah, that pissed me off too.
Bro, that made
you know
me
who
less
Gideon
of a
is?
fan.
I know the name, but
so he's a famous YouTuber too, and there was something that happened between Jake and Gideon, and Logan and Jake made a video about Gideon, making fun of Gideon, and so Gideon is an ambassador or sponsored by Prime too. So at the press conference after Dillon and Logan, after Dillon fucking won that press conference, I would say between them. They were backstage and
Gideon made a joke.
Logan had his entourage.
Called him a two-faced bitch.
Yeah.
And then Gideon's like, how am I fucking two-faced
just for
bitch?
making a joke.
Yeah, and then he asked Logan, how come whenever Jake makes fun of me, you're for Jake, but you can't decide between Jake or KSI?
Yeah.
Which is his
And that's a
business
very
partner.
good point, because I've heard about this. John Zerka talked about this very big time, And I mean, well, that's what I'm saying, because I think us as boys here, we can kind of roast each other, you know what I mean? Yeah. I guess maybe sometimes it could get out of pocket, but no, because Logan Paul, like I said, knows how to dish it, but he can't take it. Yeah. So, I said, it was okay for Jake Paul to fuck Dillon's ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, because what it was about was because Gideon was live streaming at a UFC event, and he was sitting down, and then Logan came around and was sitting to the seats next, so he was on camera, and Logan asked him to move.
Because he didn't want to be on live stream
the whole night.
I've heard
Which, in a way,
I
could see,
that could be a situation.
But still, but then you're making fun of.
Yeah.
After the
what
fact.
didn't help was everyone in the Gideon's comments saying he just Rosa Parked you.
shit like that. But okay, for example, we just talked about it. That could be a situation where maybe it was just out of context and we don't know. But we know how Logan Paul is.
All right,
we know how
after
he
that
operates,
incident, I was like, man, that was kind of shitty.
And talking shit about Dillon's dad made it even worse.
That's insane.
Bro,
that's why he's
just passed away.
I think.
Logan needs humbled, but I wouldn't be mad if he won. This has been a very educational and
Yeah,
interesting
we're
podcast.
kind of sporadic that whole episode.
We're
so-
sporadic.
At first, the title of this podcast is "Life of a Bartender," but then we got into some
Well,
nice
we got kind of
conversation.
philosophical. But
No,
I feel like
we
this-
100% got into a nice conversation. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys did too.
yeah, we talked about the semantics of cancel culture pretty much. Exactly. ins and
Cancel
outs and stuff
culture
like that.
is canceled.
Yep.
Cancel culture is canceled.
That could be the title.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah,
see.
that could.
Yeah.
I like
Anything else?
As always, stay thirsty, stay frosty.
Thank y'all for listening, audio listeners. We appreciate you so much.
That's good, guys.
That was good, actually. I
That
liked
was
it.
nice.
I think this episode we're just gonna like do what we do, and then maybe